Here's a review of the beautiful 2017 Volvo XC90 R design. This car is a beast. See you on the other side of the intro. Hit that subscribe and like button. See you in the comments. Here's a 2017 Volvo XC90 R design. This is the sport version of this car. We'll get into the design and my reflections on it here in a second. But this is a second generation car. The first generation ran from about 2002 to 2014. This one started in 2015. This particular model, like I said, is a 2017. Has a 4-cylinder turbocharged motor with an 8-speed transmission. And I was kind of, cautious on it. I'm like, man, they put a turbo 4 in a car of this size. But rest assured, guys, rest assured, they did a good job with it. It has 320 horsepower, 290 foot-pounds of torque, and a 0 to 60 of a claimed 6.5 seconds. That's stupid. That's really quick for a car of this size. This one also has a awesome Bowers & Wilkins sound system with 19 speakers, just in case you needed 19 and 1400 watts of sound. Let's get into the exterior design. Let's start with the headlights. I like to say Lexus is kind of known for their grille right now. Just about all the Volvos you see are known for their headlights. They look awesome. I don't know how I feel about this big daytime strip there, but all these little lights in here look really good. You have a double light here, and there's 4 sets of double lights, and then you have all these cool lights here on the side as well. I think they did a good job with it. The beautiful Volvo design grille here. It's a very, very thin plastic here. It looks really good. Of course, you have your front camera here. And then you have your Volvo logo, which is large and in charge. So this is a sport model, so you have a very aggressive lip there at the bottom. I don't know how I feel about this. This just looks like it wasn't finished. It's like they wanted to put something here, but they never did, other than a bunch of plastic, shiny plastic and matte plastic. So I wish this piece of plastic looked like this. How sick would that be, guys, if this right here had the same design as this grille? That would be nuts. That would be absolutely nuts. Anyways, let's keep walking. The rims, these 5-spoke rims, I'd give it an A+. I think they look beautiful. My guess is that this is 20-inch rims. Again, I haven't looked. Yes, they are the 20-inch rims, 275 by 45, so pretty thin tires. And that explains, because I already test drove this, that explains why it sticks to the road very, very well. And it is very comfortable too. Sometimes with skinnier tires, you guys, you get a little bit. We're gonna let this Jeep pass us in his canoe. What's up, bro? Thanks. He gave me the thumbs up. I don't know if you guys saw that. He gave Luxurious Kirk a thumbs up, but I think he's looking at this car, man. This car's just sick. So sick. You have a very long hood line, and sometimes on some vehicles, some of the Mazdas right now have a very long hood, and I dislike it quite a bit. It looks perfect on this car because it doesn't look too long for the cabin size. Beautiful window line with the chrome all the way around the windows, and then just good design. I like these little lips here on the bottom of the car to give it a little bit more reflection of light. Now, usually in a lot of our Lexus cars, we have plastic here around the edge that's black because these things get beat up, as you can see. This is a 2017, a year old, and this is what happens when you put metal over the tire. Look at this. I hope you guys can see that. That's what happens when you put metal over the tire. Or, this could be plastic. Now that I'm playing with it, it's plastic, right? So it's gonna be resistant to dents, but when you finish it with paint, guess what happens? You're gonna get scuffs, and it's gonna ruin your beautiful and priceless paint. So I think it'd be fine if they, it looks really good, but it is susceptible to dings. Not so much dings, but paint paint scuffs. Okay, I wish they put it in black to make this car a little bit more durable above the wheels. Guys, everyone knows the Volvo looks sick and nasty from the back end. She's got a good rump. Okay, you have your beautiful dual exhaust down here. Some reflectors down there at the bottom, and then your huge lights here. Honda's tried to implement these kind of lights in their CR-V. They just look, in the CR-V, that they look really cheap and kind of weird. In a Volvo, they're very sleek. They just continue with the body of the car. And Volvo has always been known for the rear tail lights. Like, it's pretty iconic in my opinion. Standard windshield wiper here. It would be nice if they were able to hide it under the rear wing like our RX cars. And then you have this cool T6 R design all-wheel drive. But we'll look at it, how it looks in the shade, and then we're gonna go ahead and get on the inside of this beast. Hey guys, another one of those hidden hood latches. Oh, they even gave me a jingle? Well, of course you can see that they're like, oh, hey, the hood's open. Anytime you open a door, it kind of lets you know, even though the door's open right now, it doesn't show it's on there. Anyways, it lets you know that the hood's open. But like Honda, they put, let's see if I can do this. You can see how big this hood is, guys. Oh, where's the latch? I'm gonna have to pause. I had to look up a step-by-step tutorial of how to open up the hood once you pull the latch from the interior. There's this little flimsy thing here. I'm like, I don't know what that is. It feels like it's broken. You actually pull it, you twist it like that, and that opens the hood. This thing, holy crap, this is like the dirtiest engine bay I've ever seen. Like, my Toyota engine bay isn't even as close to this dirty, and it's a 2014 and I've never cleaned it. So either the previous owners took this thing off-roading, or Volvo just doesn't have a good way of sealing the interior here. Holy crap, is it dirty. Smiley face on there. So this material, it's a soft touch plastic. It feels like it would burst into flames. I'm sure it's fire resistant and fireproof, but that's super weird. It feels like it would keep the engine hot. I don't know, it almost feels like a pillow sitting on it. Never been on the inside of a Volvo before, so it's very, very interesting. There's a lot in here that I like. This thing, that's probably some sort of motor mount to keep the four-cylinder nice and smooth. Maybe counterbalancer as well. I've never seen that before, but you have your battery back here. I don't know. If it was clean, it would probably look a lot better. It's very well organized. I'd give it like a B. Not bad, Volvo. The rest of your car is much better than your engine compartment, though. And, you know, show off your sick four-cylinder engine. Put, like, you know, inline four, whatever the engine's called. Give the prototype name or something. I don't know. Just putting a Volvo with a plastic pillow on top, you guys could do better, especially since your interior is ridiculous. The inside this beautiful 2017 Volvo XC90. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'm liking it. Okay, I'm liking the vibe of this car quite a bit. I've been in this gray one right next to us. This is a very dark gray one. I guess that's more of a silver one. But let's get into this car, which I like a lot better than that silver one. If you guys want me to review the silver one, just let me know and I'll review that one as well. But let's go over the seat here. So this is the R Design package, the T6 R Design, and you can see the R Design right there. Very fancy. Of course, your Swedish flag, but it's in a nice leather material on this outside. Beautiful stitching. And I like the little headrests. They're very minimalistic. I'm a big fan of that. And then we go down. Just a very beautiful design on the chair. I don't know how I feel about this part. I would prefer it to have just, you know, a smooth linear transition there, but it kind of flows with the whole theme, especially up here on the shoulders where it kind of bows out as well. It bows out by the legs as well. It probably adds some additional support, but man, this Alcantara down here is very, very nice as well. And you know why this is here is because this can probably jet out and make the seat longer, okay, because I just slipped my hand down through here, so that's what that can do. So this is my first time in the car, and it's starting to get pretty warm in here. There's the cool foot pedals, guys. You can see that they're aluminum, but let's see how to start this bad boy. Here's the start button. I kind of remember this from being in the other one, but oh shoot. Okay, volume knob is here, and you gotta hold it. You don't just twist it. So, you know, like a push button, you start it. Holy smokes. Okay, I'm just appreciating this car for what it is. I'm going to turn down the fan here. Let's do auto fan 1. Now, I love the technology. There's so much going on in here. And I'm gonna try my best to break it down one thing at a time. What? So the steering wheel is way too high for my liking. And I'm like, oh, you know, it's probably an automatic steering wheel. This is a luxury car, and it has a lever, guys. It has a lever for your steering wheel adjustment. At least it has a good feel when you adjust it, but wow, I'm a little disappointed. They could have at least put a freaking motor on the steering wheel. But that's how you start the engine. You're gonna have your drive modes here, your automatic parking and your brake hold right there. Your shifters here. Inside here you have your 12 volt and you know, some things in here as well. I don't know what that key, I don't know, can you guys see that? This key, I'm making lots of noise, I apologize. That little key thing, I don't know what that means, but decent cup holders. We're gonna get on the inside here. Okay, no space at all really, but you have a couple USBs, an auxiliary here. You have your disc player. Now it's probably also a DVD player, so that's pretty cool. I like that quite a bit. Oh, look at this. Wow. Wow, okay. That's really, really neat, guys. It looks like, so once it's folded out, it almost looks like it's one solid material. You can see small little lines in here and where it folds, and you can see it folding there. It's like a track on a conveyor belt. Ooh, does this fold? This folds forward and back as well to reveal the smallest of compartments. So if you wanted to hide something in there, like your gum, you could do that, which is, I don't know. That's nifty very much. Okay, guys, this is going to be a longer review because there's a lot to digest in this car, way more than I was expecting. So I'm pretty excited. So let's get onto the door. Hard touch plastic here, but it's a nice design. You guys can see the detail in that. You have this nice, it's plastic, but it's like this cool aluminum pattern that is, it has texture to it, a lot of texture. It's almost like a nail file or something, but it's not as abrasive. Of course, you get into your leather down here, which feels really good. Now this is probably the semi-aniline leather, but it feels good, and it's in general theme with the dots on the seats over here. Again, your armrest is going to be fully leathered as well with some good stitching, and this is cool. Most people are not going to be able to see this, but you're going to have additional leather material below the armrest. Here are your window controls. I'm assuming they are all one-touch automatic. Window control, or sorry, mirror control here. Locks are here. Memory seats are here. This has a Bowers and Wilkins stereo system. It's pretty ridiculous. I'm gonna look at my notes here, guys, because I sell Lexus. I don't sell, well, I could sell this car. I'd be happy to. I'd like to buy it myself. It has 19 speakers and 1400 watts. And with this sound system, I hear it like uses the cabin pressure to assist with the subwoofer. It's pretty next level stuff, guys. Next level. I actually like the design of this door opener lever here, door handle. So that's pretty cool. Again, we continue with this filed texture onto the dash here, and it goes all the way across onto the other door, and it goes onto the back doors as well. It looks like we have a little tweeter up there. There's some speakers below it. It has a heads-up display, so you can see it flashing. It says 0 miles per hour. Speed limit, guys, speed limit's 35 miles per hour in the Lexus parking lot, if you didn't know. I didn't know. Apparently the Volvo knows. Okay, so let's get, okay, simple. Usually on the side of a car here, there's lots of buttons and things for people to touch. You have a little fold down thing, and this is actually like a velvet material. Very well done. You have your light display for the brightness of here, but it's not doing anything for me right now. And then you have your rear hatch button, but usually this is cluttered. You have a very detailed light switch here. Props to them. I've never seen a detailed light switch before, but hey, there it is. We have your paddle shifters on each side, and let's just take a step back and appreciate the wheel for what it is. So it's a very nice leather wheel here. This is the R design. This is kind of, I would assume for Volvo, this is kind of like the F Sport edition compared to our Lexus cars. So it is what it is. This car would compete kind of with our GX. This is what the feel of the vehicle is like. Now this car that I'm in is actually pretty low to the ground, and I'll show that. I probably already showed that earlier in the video, but it is pretty low to the ground. The one next to us, which is not in our spec or our design, it's like an inscription or something. I think that's what it's called, or insignia, something like that. It's like 2 to 4 inches higher than this car. Let's get back to the steering wheel, guys. I'm just a little overwhelmed by the ass kicking that this Volvo is doing right now. So I'm just, appreciating it in full stride. Okay, so back to the steering wheel. Beautiful Volvo insignia here. Cruise control here, very self-explanatory. This, I don't know what this is gonna do, these buttons here, but it has it. Here, I'm assuming this is gonna control. Here we go. Let's play with this a little bit. So you guys can see, here's my finger. I'm pressing this menu button. So that brings it up and down. And then this cycles through what's on the screen there, okay? So miles per gallon, 20 miles per gallon, that's actually really good for a vehicle this size. What the heck? Okay, we'll go over to media. Okay, so you can control just about everything on this little. Whoa, I just turned the radio on accident. I'm sorry, guys. It is not letting me select phone mode. It's probably because I don't have a phone hooked up to it. And it's not letting me select navigation on here either. So that's kind of interesting. But there you go, that's the center screen. You have your speaking assist here for the vehicle. And then on this side, you have your wiper function. That's normal for most American cars. Okay, so let's go into the dash. So again, you have the same material here on the window or the windowsill as you do here on the dash. And it goes all the way across. Lexus usually has leather up here or something similar. It depends on the vehicle though. If we're talking GX, well, this thing kicks the crap out of GX in terms of internal fit and finish. Well, not fit and finish, but just design, because the GX is so outdated. I think they're going to take a lot from this car, Lexus will, to improve the GX, because this car, man, I think this is one like Motor Trend's SUV of the year, like 2 years in a row or something. Like I'm starting to see why. This screen here, like here, is fully LCD. It looks like it might even be a higher resolution than your instrument cluster. So everything is going to be touchscreen on it. So I'm going to move my seat forward because you want to be close to your touchscreen. So I'm going to start using my hand here. So current position. All right. And that touchscreen was very quick. I've heard of horror stories with Land Rovers and their touchscreen is like laggy and slow, and sometimes it just doesn't work. But you're not going to have any issues so far that I'm seeing with this beautiful Volvo screen. No phone is paired, but that's kind of what that looks like. And then we'll get into climate control. Now I still wish, now I love the simplicity of the buttons, guys, don't get me wrong, but I still wish there were some simple climate control buttons. I'm not a big fan at all of touchscreen climate control buttons. They did a good job with it being touchscreen climate control, but still a simple push button and knob system is going to be far superior in my opinion. Okay, so we'll just close that down. But that's very beautiful, and I like how they kind of put this little chrome accent around the vents here as well as the screen, so it kind of has a nice flow to it. So we have that textured pattern that's kind of like a nail file down here again. Now you do have your defrost buttons here, but you don't have, you also have them doubled up here. So you have double defrost buttons. It's just like they didn't know what to put down here, so they put the defrost buttons because it's already in here as well. This is going to be your volume for the radio system, and the volume pops up here to let you know. Okay. I'm not going to test the radio system or the sound system, even though it has like 1,000,000 watts of power, 1,400 watts, but it's going to sound good. I would assume it's fairly similar to our Mark Levinson, but I don't know what the distortion is like on the Bowers and Wilkins. But you know, it's going to sound 99% of the time you're not pushing the speakers that hard anyways, unless you're like, you know, a college kid or a high school kid. All right, let's go up here. I love the old school compass built into the mirror. I don't know why people are getting away from that. It drives me nuts. Very simple design here. Now this does not have a panoramic sunroof. I want to say that silver one does. Oh, it does have a panoramic sunroof. I spoke too soon. Guys, it looks really good. Hey, let's open it up all the way and just kind of appreciate. Good morning, son. Can you see it? There he is. Just appreciate the beautiful panoramic sunroof. Lexus better start making panoramic sunroofs like this. They better. And I think they are. On the ES350 that's coming out, the 2019, they're going to do a better job with it. But that's about it for the front, guys. I could go into a million settings on the seat, but the seat feels very comfortable and very supportive at the same time. So let's go ahead and hop in the back seat. Hopping in the back seat here. So the front seat is adjusted and set up for a 6'1" person. Now remember this in the silver one next to us, the seat here, it has leather right here. This is plastic on the headrest on the back, and this is plastic. And so that makes for a very uncomfortable seating position if your knees have to soak into the seat a little bit. If it's not plastic, it has some give, and you're not like moving the seat back and forth with your knees, annoying the driver. These back seats recline very well. And this is what I noted, and they also slide forward and back with this thing right here. So I just slid the seat further back, which probably, it's actually really comfortable. But if you have someone in the third row seat, which I'm going to get back there, guys, and I'm going to test it. Holy crap. I'm just appreciating the detail on the third row seats because it's the same on all the other seats. Wow, Volvo, you're really impressing me. I've always liked Volvo's design of their vehicles. I just haven't done enough research on, you know, their reliability. So if you guys know a lot about the reliability or just know more about these cars than I do, feel free to post your testimonies down in the description below in the comment section. I love this clean LCD, guys. Look how clean this is. Black and white, no nonsense. Heated rear seats, dual climate control back here, so it makes it for quad climate control in total. And then look how these aren't plastic, guys. This is like a nice rubber finished dial here. Very premium feel. Chrome accented air vents here. You have a cheap matte pocket here. So I mean, not everything can be super sick, but the vast majority of things in this car are. A couple speakers again on the side here. Beautiful handle, the same handle that we have up front. Simple here. We actually have leather again in the back. On on the door. On the window here, a very large window for you to look out of. Looks like this might be for like a hangar or something. If you guys know what that is, just let me know. You have your lights back here. Why is it here? Well, because you don't have a roof. You have a beautiful panoramic sunroof. That's why. Let's fold down this tiny armrest. Now it is tiny, it's pretty small. And you have some of the world's smallest cup holders here, guys. This is on another level of small. So the only thing you're gonna put in there is probably sippy cups and really small water bottles. But that's it. And even look at the stitching, guys, on this middle headrest. Like, no, very few cars have put up the same level of interior design as a Lexus, in my opinion. And this Volvo is right up there. And it's even better, in my opinion, with its touchscreen implementation. Even though I sell Lexus, I love Lexus, I want them to go back to touchscreen on a lot of their products, because no one wants to mess around with a mouse while they're driving. It's much easier to see a button and push it. Better yet, it's better to feel a button and push it with a real button. But this is better, in my opinion, than the remote touchpad. But Lexus, don't get mad at me. I'm just giving you positive feedback. You're amazing, and I love you. But this Volvo is stealing my heart right now. Another 12 volt back here. Holy crap, guys! Look at this. It's illuminated. You have an illuminated 12 volt, just in case you need to plug something in at night. Now, I am surprised, and something the domestic car companies do really well, like Ford and Chevy, they always put like extra USBs back here, or even plugins, normal plugins. So that's something Volvo could do a little bit better here. I did mention that there's 19 speakers in here. There's 2 on the door. There's actually 3 on the door. And then again, you guys have a little spot down here for your drinks and whatnot. But let's go ahead and get in that third row. Get in that third row by pulling this lever here. And in doing so, the whole seat just folded down. I don't know if I did that right or wrong. I'm gonna do that again. Okay, I might need 2 hands for this, hold on. So this lever folds the seat down entirely. We're gonna try this lever, and this is how you get in the back seat here. Okay, and the seat does come forward a little bit. You have to shove it forward. It's probably because this seat belt's connected to it. Here we go, we're getting in the back, guys. Let's close the door. Okay. Now I'm trying to close this seat on me, and I'm not able to do so. It's kind of locked in place here. Oh, what is this? I don't know. I was pushing this thing. Okay. I don't think that's the way I was supposed to do it, but I am sitting back here. I haven't moved these seats forward yet, and I might not be able to because I'm kind of stuck back here. We have a little thing here. What does it say? Don't fold the seat when someone's in there. Is that what it's trying to say? I'm not quite sure. Okay, so we have another vent back here. Maybe another, I don't know what this would be. Maybe another vent. It's really big. This would be for your tonneau cover. This is your cup holder. And then you have a little storage pocket back here. Oh, guys, I'm trying to be as nimble as I can. Now, there's not a lot of space back here, so you'd want to have small children. This kind of reminds me of the RX's back seat, the RX 350L's third row, but there is more room back here than the RX 350L. So, ooh, come on, Lexus. Come on, Lexus. You got to get with the program. I'm starting to have a soft spot for this Volvo. Here in the middle, you see again, on even in the back seats, guys, there's great design here. It continues with the theme with the leather, this kind of suede-ish material. And then here's your seatbelts, another little pocket here. Let's get on the other side. It's just a repeat. Now these seats actually back here, guys, are super comfortable. Super comfortable. So if I'm sitting in the back, you push this forward, swing it forward. Okay, how do I move this one forward then? Is this pull tab? Okay, so this middle one does not slide. It would, I would assume it detaches from the car if you wanted to, but it does not slide like these other two here. So I'm gonna pull this back, and that's fine because you know what? You really only need one leg to have a little bit more room than the other leg. Oh, hold on, Volvo. Okay, so this seat is actually almost all the way back, and I still have a good amount of room. Well, I don't have a good amount of room, but I'm not like super smashed. So I am impressed. It's not like the Honda Pilot or the Acura MDX type of room, but it's not I would compare it to the GX's rear leg seat room, maybe even better than our GX. So I'm really liking it, and these seats are super comfortable back here. Do they recline? I don't think they recline, but how sick would it be if these third row seats recline? Because I do have some space back here that I could recline the seats. Again, you have your map lights here, and there are some speakers right above your head, just in case you couldn't hear the other 17 speakers in the car. In the back here, guys, this hatch opens really, really quick, and there's no beeping noises to let you know it's opening. So Lexus has a one-up on that. I like how it beeps to let you know, hey, the lift gate's coming up, watch your face. Two big shocks here to keep this bad boy up. So there's actually, I mean, you can't really see it, guys, because there's all these rubber mats in here, and these rubber mats are pretty shitty quality. I'll just say the S word. In comparison to our Lexus all-weather mats, these things feel thinner, way flimsier. They're gonna hold up okay, but it almost feels like I don't know, it just feels cheap compared to our all-weather Lexus mats. But you do have a good amount of room here, guys, with the third row folded up, and we're gonna fold it down. Again, it automatically folds this down. Push that forward, push it forward, and wow, okay, so it opens it up very well. And again, you're gonna be able to fold down all three of those second row seats as well to get a ton of space back here. You have another 12 volt back here, as well as a little tiny light on each side, and then you have these little hooks. It says maximum 5 kilograms. So 5 times 2.2, that's like 11 pounds. Maximum of 11 pounds. But you can see, guys, it's very, very impressive. Okay, here, what is this? This has an adjustable suspension, and you can do it back here. Is this what I'm seeing? I don't hear anything happening. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that was the coolest thing, and that was really quick. Now, I don't know how reliable this system's gonna be. Like, if this failed, you're gonna be spending a ton of money to fix this, but this is like a hydraulic system, so watch this. I'm pressing the up button. The car raised like 2 inches. I don't know why you would even need this. There's down, if you guys saw down. It raises like 2 inches, so I don't even know why you would need that function. Here's how you close here. And again, there's no beeping noises to let you know, hey, this huge heavy hatch is closing. Okay, here we go. We're taking out the XC90 Mayan Drive. Parking brake. Okay, so the parking brake doesn't automatically come off when you put it in drive, so that might be something you can automate, but on all of our Lexus vehicles, that is automated. Just heard the doors lock. That makes it official, guys. We're gonna take this guy out for a ride. Just first impressions, this is the R-Design model. It's very, very, just taking that turn, there's like hardly any body roll, and that's crazy because this car is an SUV. So there's no traffic. Oh my gosh. Ah! Oh, I barely got into the throttle. Okay. So I was very skeptical because I'm like, oh, you know, it's a 2-liter 4-cylinder. I'm gonna look up my specs real quick. 320 horsepower, 295 foot-pounds of torque. But then I saw the 0 to 60 figure, and it says 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. I'm like, holy crap, that's faster than like half of our Lexus sedans. So holy moly, we're gonna get a taste of that addictive acceleration here in a little bit. We're gonna wait for the light to turn green though. As I'm waiting for the light to turn green, in a 4-cylinder there's usually a good amount of vibration in the car at stop, and right now there's no vibration. Like, the car is like nice and smooth. Okay, so we got our green arrow here. We're behind an RDX. We're gonna give it some space so we can gently roll onto the throttle of this bad boy. There it is. There's 60. We caught up to the RDX already. I like it. I like this car heaps. Heaps. That's what they say down under. I like this car heaps. So the interior of the car impressed me first and foremost, as you guys already found that out. Like, since I work as a Lexus salesman, I know my Lexus products fairly well. I mean, I just started like less than 2 months ago, and the fit and finish, the quality materials, the level of detail in a Lexus is really hard to match by any automaker. And this R design, Volvo XC90, I feel it's right there. It's right there. It's better in its technology. Hear me, Lexus. The Volvo is better with its technology. You need to do something about it now. It's better in its, well, I mean, that's the main thing. It's better in its technology. The interior, though, in every sense of the word, is right up there with Lexus and their attention to detail. So the lane keep assist just went off because I'm, ranting a little bit on how much I like this vehicle. Steering wheel vibrated, as well as the little lane keep assist icon in the middle turned orange, or at least the lanes turned orange. Now I'm stuck in traffic here, so I'm just going to talk on ride feel and I guess cabin noise. Cabin noise is I would give it average, or slightly above average. It's nothing that I couldn't live with. It's nothing like the Honda Pilot. Guys, that thing is the king of road noise. Maybe it was just because it was raining like crazy that day and we had the loudest trucks in the world passing us, or maybe it's just really loud. But this Volvo is pretty quiet on the inside. I have no issues. This little van, it's not little, that big van is passing me. I barely heard it sneak by, so I would give it probably slightly above average for road noise. I do hear the wheels a little bit, but even in our Lexus cars, which are known for their quiet cabins, you hear the road noise through the tires as well. Visibility in here, guys, is very good. I just love panoramic sunroof. It just adds so much more light into the cabin, and it is tinted quite heavily. I think it would be cool in the future for automakers to have a polarizing glass here, which it can turn completely black. Actually, for all the windows, besides the windshield, that would be illegal. It would turn completely black, especially for this one, and then you just hit like a little dial that allows you to select your tent or no tent at all. But I can't fault them. It's good that this has a little bit of tint to it. It's better to have a medium shade of tint than no tint, so you don't have the sun burning through your skin while you're driving. I was thinking about what this car kind of feels like in comparison to the cars I drive the most, such as Lexus vehicles. It feels like a bigger version of the NX. The NX is a compact crossover with a turbo 4-cylinder. It's very sporty. It's very quick for what it is. This car feels like that, bigger, faster, and far more luxurious with better technology. And our NX is like, it's super hot right now. People are buying the heck out of it. It has a good price point for a Lexus vehicle. You still get, Lexus refinement and quality, and it's sporty and it looks amazing. That car looks amazing. This car, as I talked about earlier, it looks really good. So now I'm starting to see why we've had so much intro. It's a braking test. Ooh. Okay, I really want to test those brakes again. They weren't as good as I was hoping. The brakes weren't quite as confidence inspiring as this throttle is. I like it. I like this little turbo 4-cylinder. It's like the little engine that could and does. But these brakes, I just got into them hard again, and they're just not biting hard enough for my liking. So we are in our handling test here, and this thing is unbelievable for the handling. Oh my gosh. And I kind of got that the sense I took this on the first turn. This car handles like a, oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. Nice job, Volvo. Nice job. And the turns don't end here. This thing freaking is glued to the road. This is the R design. I don't know what the other versions. They make lots of different trims of this car. Ooh, it even held just fine when I hit the gravel. Holy smokes. The lake's popping today, guys. The weather is phenomenal today. Today is like a top 10 day for weather in Nebraska. Like, we don't get very many days like this. You'll get to see why, or you probably already have, because I haven't filmed the intro and the walk around of this car yet. But you'll get, I mean, you've already seen how beautiful it is out here on the lake. But that's it. We're here, guys. Let's finish it up. Okay, so I was playing with the drive mode, and I'm like, you know, I forgot it has drive modes because it's been so much fun just in its normal mode. And I was spinning it and nothing was happening on the screen, and I'm spinning this little wheel. You actually have to press the wheel down and then go from there. So I wasn't even in the freaking dynamic high performance mode, guys. Excuse me. There's an off-road, comfort, which is probably just like your standard, and then eco. I'm gonna have to try this one out, guys, and if it's really good, I'll put that in with the review as well. Oh, I forgot to click it. We're gonna click it. And when I did that, the engine even started to make a slightly different noise. So that's cool. And that's where it says the driving mode. So I'm gonna press down again. It says I'm in dynamic. I'm gonna choose that. It's gonna say off-road. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa, it's raising the suspension of the car for off-road. Shut up. So that's all automatic. And it says it has some sort of downhill controls, as you guys saw that. But we're gonna go back to dynamic. And this car's lowering. I don't know if you guys can see that. Okay, it's done lowering. Wow. Guys, this Volvo keeps, and it still says it's lowering. We're still lowering the car. I think it does the front first, then the back. Wow, this car, guys. This is probably the best car I've driven in a while. Okay, guys. Remember when I said I was going to put it in sport mode? Or the dynamic mode? Let's do it. Oh, shit. What? This doesn't make sense. You can hear it hanging onto that gear, too. This car does not make sense. How is it so fast? Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I would get in so much trouble with this car if I left it in dynamic mode all the time. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I don't think I didn't have this much fun in the LS 500 with a 414 or 416 horsepower car. And that car, yeah, is it faster than this one? Yeah, it's quite a bit faster. It goes like 0 to 60 in like 4.5 seconds. But this car is huge. There's no reason a 3-seater family SUV with a crazy good interior, like, I feel like it's not it's too well balanced. Like, it's almost too good to be true. Now, maybe it is. Maybe the reliability on this car sucks a big one. But if this car's bulletproof, like, it has no major problems other than normal wear and tear, Lexus better be scared. And they probably are. Back on the throttle. Okay guys, I better cut this video because I'm just having too much fun. Sums it up for the review of this kick-ass Volvo XC90 R design. This is the one I would totally get if I was getting this car. I would get the sport version. It has an adjustable suspension, pretty awesome. It's sporty, it has plenty of pickup for a car this size and a motor this small. You're gonna get great fuel efficiency. And the interior, guys, is on par with Lexus in my opinion. Maybe not quite in the seating materials or the dash materials, but it's really, really close. And the electronics are superior, in my opinion, than a Lexus product. So, hell yeah, great job, Volvo. And I hope Lexus learns a few things from how well you did on this car.